How did I build 6 streams of income, 2 e-commerce stores, 6 Amazon KDP Books, and a paid Facebook membership while working full-time, and I'm over 50? Keep on watching. Hello, my YouTube people. How you doing today? It is Vlogmas 17. I cannot believe that it's just less than a week away from finishing Vlogmas. I have accomplished things that I never thought capable, like a video a day. It has been intense, but I would not change it for anything. I have made great friends. I have a wonderful tribe, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you, for all of your support and all of your comments. I just thank you. I'm humbled. So today I wanted to take a break from the DIYs and come and talk to you about something that I'm very, very passionate about. You have heard me touch on it. In spurts. I want to bring you DIYs in addition to digital product. But I just wanted to talk to you about what I have done, a little bit of my backstory. This is how I built 6 streams of income, over 50, while working full-time. Yeah, I'm a little tired, but it's okay, because you have to work hard and you have to want it. And this is what it's about. You know, this how I built 6 streams of income. I'm over 50. I work full time and I'm starting fresh. So invigorating, yes. Scary, yes. Satisfying, yes. Fulfilling, yes. You know, if anybody out there is over 50 and you want to break free from your 9-to-5 and you want to make a change, I'm living proof that you can do that. Although I still do have my 9-to-5, that is the goal. I started YouTube this summer, and it's been a ride. It's been something that I never thought that I would do in my life. And it's not something that I thought that I could do. But once I filmed my first video, I just completely fell in love with YouTube and you guys. So having started this summer, I've already created multiple streams of income sources. So I have here YouTube. I have, which is not monetized yet, but we're on the road. So then I have 6 books on Amazon KDP. I have a paid Facebook membership where I break down people's niches and teach them how to operate in their zone of genius and help them create multiple streams of income according to what they're good at, according to their zone of genius. I have an Etsy shop and a Shopify store, and this is all because of digital products. I took a course and I started to learn how to not have a heavy inventory and how to think outside of the box and how to use my strengths to my advantage and create products that teach people how to do what I do. Now I'm here teaching you what I know. I want you to watch to the end so you can learn the actionable steps that you have to take, that you should take in order to start this process on your own. You know, I've been in the fashion industry for over 30 years. And although I love it, you know, it's getting to that point where, not that you experience burnout, but people come in and they're younger. You know, although I have the advantage of experience, it's time to now start to think about the future and what I want to do in terms of retiring. I don't even feel like I'm retirement age. You know, I'm not yet. I still have a good 10 years to go. But if I could retire today, I would. And this is how I'm planning to do that. I have taken this course. I dove deep into the digital marketing, the digital product pool. And I just decided to reinvent myself. I had surgery over the summer, and there was a lot of thinking to be done there. And I said, I don't want to return to the same old thing. I want something different. I want the freedom that I see these YouTubers having when they talk about multiple streams of income. And at first I was really, really skeptical, and then I realized, hey, you know what? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna really try, and then if it doesn't work and I've given it my all, then I can say that, I was right for being a skeptic. Well, so far, guys, I don't think I want to be a skeptic anymore. I think that this is completely real. I think that anybody with a drive and a passion can do it. All you need is the confidence and the will to want to change your life little by little. It does not have to be all at one time. As a matter of fact, the membership that I have on Facebook focuses on doing things at your own time. But as long as there's movement, there's progress. The experience has given me clarity and wisdom and drive to keep going, and now put everything that I've done in the past 30 some odd years to work for myself. And I think that everybody deserves an opportunity to do that. And if you are amongst those who thinks that you cannot and that it's too late, I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. I'm living proof that you can do it. I have 6 streams of income. I don't know how I did it. This is by the grace of God. But I have gotten 6 books onto Amazon KDP. To me, that is like incredible, because I never thought in a million years that I would do something like that. So let me introduce you to my 6 KDP books. So the first one I generated was a diary. So as I told you before, I've been in the fashion industry for over 30 years. So my first one is called My Fashion Journal, and it's a sketchbook journal. So very simple cover, very clean, very black and white aesthetic is, I like. And, it's just a journal for ideas, thoughts, sketches, and beyond. When I tell you I use this, I've gone through 3 of them already. It's just, there's something about this book that is just, here, let me see if I have it so I can show you. Here. Is there a funny bone on the knee? Because how have you guys ever experienced that pain when you bang your knee and you feel like your brain just exploded? I don't know how to explain it, but anyway. So here's the first one that I used. When I tell you, I have put this to good use with all my notes, and all of my blurbs from all of my courses, down to the design of this office, to the design of my first DIY product that I did that I have on the shelf. It's just inspiration on I don't know if it's the fact that I created it and that I put it out there. I just love to work in it, but I think it's the perfect size. And I just like it. It makes me feel good to write in it and to draw in it and to doodle in it. The pages are blank. So some pages are blank and some pages have lines, but I have a tendency to draw all over and not really stay within the lines. So, it's just a free-for-all. So this is a nice clean one that I'm getting ready to start now. So that's the first book. The second one is, again, fashion related, but I'm very much into tough love. I'm very bottom line. I'm very black and white. I'm very to the point, and I'm a firm believer in accountability for oneself and keeping one responsible and accountable for what you're doing and what you're not doing. So this one is called There's No Crying in Fashion, because I always say that there's no crying in fashion. If you're crying and you're in fashion, you do not belong in fashion, because eventually you'll experience a nervous breakdown or burnout, or you'll hate it, or what have you. You should not be so stressed out that you're crying in a job or any job that you're supposed to love. So what this book has, and on my earlier videos, you're going to see me reading from the book. They're motivational quotes and then notes on what you did. So stop waiting for the right time, make the time write. So you have a section here to write what you've done or notes or whatever. And then here, what did I accomplish today? And if this page is blank because you didn't accomplish anything, then on the bottom, I tell you, if you didn't do anything, don't complain, it's on you. This has moved a lot of people into action. I just think that it doesn't necessarily have to be about fashion. I just love the title. This is the back. And I just love the styling of this book. My very best wishes to you, and let me be the second to congratulate you on your success. You have to be the first one to do that. My third is actually a really funny kind of spoofy joke, gag gift kind of thing. So in Spanish, a person who likes to gossip, we call a chismosa. So I created, I don't like gossip. I don't like to hear. I don't like to participate, in things like that. So I tend not to want to listen to things like that. So I created La Chismosa Diary with the slogan, tell it to the book. So every time you hear somebody trying to gossip, tell it to the book. So this is just a little cute, funny gift, just in case you have anybody in your life that likes to talk a little bit too much. So it says 4 chismosas everywhere. And inside, it has lined paper and a teacup, and it says the tea. So it's just a funny little journal, and it makes a cute gift. And it's just the same thing. Our empowered women who like to talk, who like to spill the tea. So then it says, when the tea is piping hot. The next one is not so lighthearted. Being in the industry a long time, being in corporate America for a very long time, you get to see a lot of things. Now, see, me, myself, I have a very thick skin. And I'm not the one to be taken advantage of, so to speak. So I've heard horror stories with younger girls who experience abuse at work and unfair treatment at work and never wrote it down or didn't write it down enough to make a difference to change their path. So earlier this year, my daughter was telling me about a friend of hers who was having a terrible time at her job with a boss that was really unfair and really mean. Favoritism does exist in the workplace. And this one particular boss was close to the bigger boss. So who do we think was going to win that battle? Whose word do we think they were going to take in that particular situation? So I said, you know what? I am going to create a journal so that people could keep track of what goes on at work with a date, with an incident marker, and you can take it with you. It's small enough to fit in somebody's purse, and you can document what happens to you. So it's called Dear HR. This is for my protection. And inside, there is a date, a workplace, a place of occurrence, parties involved and witnesses, situation fact, outcome, and solution. And it's a journal that you can write down. As it's happening, you have a record, a continuous record of the things that are happening, so that if in fact you have to prove an allegation, then you have it in writing. Who is really going to take the time to go back and write everything that has happened? You can't even remember what's going on. So it's good to have this, so when situations arise and they're fresh, you have a record of it by date and by incident. So I think that this is a really, really important tool for people to have in corporate America. This is definitely for your protection. It says, congratulations on standing up for yourself. You deserve better. And you absolutely do deserve better. So this was more on a serious note, but I saw the problem and I saw the need for something like this to exist. You don't want to write notes down on random stickies. You're going to lose it. It's not going to be consistent. It's not even going to make sense. You're not going to remember what's happened. It's better to have it all organized in one place by date and very orderly so that it can easily be received. The last one, help high school students get into fashion school with portfolio development. So I developed project design. Now, this is not necessarily all for a person who wants to get into fashion school. If you like fashion, or if you like to draw, and if you want to experience what it's like to be in the fashion industry, I have projects in here. I have real design projects. So this one particular project is, the client wants a look she can wear in Paris for a work, event, and night. Season is fall. You have to provide a mood and an inspiration board. Pro tip, be inspired by high-end designers. Colors, your choice. Create a color board. Design a 4-piece collection consisting of a top, a pant, a jacket, a skirt, or a dress. Think outside of the box. And there's room for notes. And there's blank pages for your mood board and color story, and for your collection sketches. I also have a video and a PDF on the croquis design, which is a body that you can use in conjunction with this book so that you can design it on the actual fashion figure. So, they're like random choices of books. And this is when I started early. I didn't really know what I wanted to get into. I really wasn't focused on what my niche was. I hadn't found my niche yet. At first I thought my niche was going to be fashion design and teaching people fashion, and then I realized I've been doing that for 30 years. I really don't want to do that anymore. Then I said, well, maybe event planning, but I didn't want to do that either. And what about making treats? Although I've dabbled in all of those, I really don't want to do that. I'm most happy teaching other people how to become free of those chains that bind you. You see this picture back here? Break the chains. You can do it. That was my first piece that I designed for this office. I wanted it to be the inspiration of when I came and did YouTube channels, and you will always see this in back of me, so that you can believe that you can break those chains, because you absolutely can. If you are looking to reinvent yourself, I encourage you to seek the steps to do so. I talk about the course that I take, or that I talk about the course that I've taken, and that's an advanced course for those who have already decided that yes, this is the step, and is a little bit more experienced with the direction that they want to go into. I encourage everybody to look at it. It's linked down below. But you might not be at that stage yet. You might just be experimenting. So that's why I'm here teaching this slowly. I've decided also to do it in the way of DIY because I'm a creative person. So I like the fusion between DIY and digital products. So that's what I'm finding myself gearing towards. But I believe everybody should experience this in one shape or form. I learned to focus on my own strengths and my own zone of genius. What is a zone of genius? The zone of genius is something that you excel at, that you can talk about every day, that you're good at, that you can close your eyes and talk about with confidence and pure joy in your heart. That's when you are operating in your zone of genius. This is what you are destined to be doing. I can help you identify that zone of genius. I can break down for you I always use gardening as an example. Now, gardening is not necessarily something that's creative, but I can tell you that there are about 20 streams of income, if not more, that you can generate from gardening. There are streams of income for every niche possible, for every interest possible. Nobody can do this like you. Do not think that the market is saturated. Do not think that YouTube is saturated. Go ahead, start it, do it. What do you have to lose? Nothing. So what I talk about in my Facebook group is that you can, if you don't have time, we can do this 10 to 15 minutes a day. If you don't have 15 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes a day. But you should really find 5 or 10 minutes or even 15 minutes a day to dedicate to yourself. Because I guarantee you that you probably dedicate the whole day catering to other people. It's time for you to take a little bit of that time for yourself and make yourself happy. I started small. I started watching channels. I started watching YouTube. I went down a YouTube rabbit hole. I was recovering from my surgery. And the more I watched, the more I became inspired until I found something that resonated with me. And I'm so glad that I did. I'm so glad that I took the chance and I took the leap of faith. And although I'm still working full time, there is no doubt in my mind that the train is in motion. The train has definitely left the station. And next year, by this time, we'll be having a completely different conversation. That's how much I want it. That's how much I believe in it. And that's how much of a chance I'm willing to take on myself. And I know that you can do the same. It's okay not to have all of the answers. Little by little, little by little. You don't have to go from A to Z. Because if you go from A to Z, chances are you can fall in between. We don't want to do that. If we take little baby steps, retain the information, become excited, we will get there eventually. And I hope that we can do that together. And I hope that I've inspired somebody today. I will link all of the information down below on what I'm talking about here today. And it doesn't hurt to look. It does not hurt to check things out. There's no risk in being curious. There's no risk in looking. The only risk is the risk that we take by not doing anything and staying stuck and stagnant in that dream state. It's never too late to start. I'm over 50. It's my time to shine. It's your time to shine too. So I hope that this Vlogmas 17 has been informative and encouraging to you. If you like the content, if you're new here, my name is Maria. I go by A Talented Latina. If you like what you've heard, please like, please subscribe, but most importantly, please comment. You know I love the comments. I love to encourage. I love to receive encouragement. You guys keep me going. And any questions that you have, hey, link them down in the comments and I will be sure to answer them. How I discovered digital products by rabbit holing down YouTube until I found somebody that resonated with me. You see, there's tons of videos on YouTube. You just have to keep watching until you find one that speaks to you. When you find that one that speaks to you, that is your person. That is the person that you're going to learn from. There's so many YouTubers with so many different styles, and that's a great thing because there's so many different personalities. But when you find that person that speaks to you, you're going to feel that that person is talking directly to you. I've experienced that. When something clicks so much, I think that it's a message for me, like, oh, how did they know? How did they know I needed that information? And that it's just so cool to experience that. And when you have that aha moment, then you know this is your person. This is who you're going to follow. This is who you're going to learn from. 6 books later, guys. 6 books, 2 e-commerce stores, and a paid membership on Facebook in 6 months, less than 6 months. You can do this. And I work full time. You can do this. I hope that I've inspired you guys. I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas 18. Vlogmas 18, can you believe that? So until tomorrow, peace.